Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the top 10 things that need to be included in the Gunrunning military DLC whenever it's added into Grand Theft Auto Online. So a user on the Grand Theft Auto 5 subreddit Hunter Attack Chopper created a thread that was basically a small wish list of things he'd like to see in the Gunrunning update. I thought it was really cool, and it's kind of inspired me to build off of his and create my own as well. I'll leave a link to that thread in the description. But also, I really want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below, because there's way more than 10 amazing things that Rockstar could do. I obviously can't include all of them in this video, so I'd love to hear what you guys want to see in this DLC in the comment section. So let me know down there, but without the way, let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. All right, so I'd say about 80 to 90% of the things I'm about to talk about, Rockstar have either done in previous GTAs or the content was cut from Grand Theft Auto 5, meaning like it was planned to be in the game but then scrapped at the last minute. The first of those things are two vehicles from GTA San Andreas, the Hunter Attack Chopper and then the Sea Sparrow. So the Hunter is one of the most highly requested vehicles because, let's be honest, the military attack choppers we have in the game right now, like the Savage and the Valkyrie, and if you want to throw the Buzzard in there, they're not all that great. The Hunter would be so menacing. You can actually see some images of it that can be found within the in-game files, which of course I'll be showing you guys on the screen right now. So the Hunter would be amazing as kind of a better Savage that I could actually see a lot of people using, so that could be pretty awesome. And if you're wondering what the Sea Sparrow is, it's basically the Dodo seaplane, but in a helicopter form. It's a helicopter that can land on both water and on land, which would actually be incredibly useful for like CEO crate missions and possibly even some biker stuff. So I could really see Rockstar using that in the game to not only be useful for the military stuff, but also in other kind of aspects as well. So those two vehicles would be pretty incredible. Up next, I'd like to see the Patriot from Vice City and San Andreas. So we obviously have the Patriot in the game right now. It's based off a modern day Hummer. I'd like to see a less modern Hummer, maybe like a Patriot Classic or a retro Patriot that's based off of the ones we saw in Vice City and San Andreas. And you could obviously do a military feel to it as well, which is kind of what you're seeing in the gameplay right now. This is exactly what I'm talking about, with a bunch of different mods and styles to it. So that would be really cool to see the Patriot return from Vice City and San Andreas, that late 80s, early 90s style Hummer or Humvee. That would be really, really cool to see added into the game. At the number 3 spot, the APC tank from the Ballad of Gay Tony. So this is cool because right now in game, we only have one tank. It's one size. It does really one thing all that well. I'd like to see this APC tank added in the game that could maybe sit 2 or 3 people, would be a little bit lighter, a little bit more agile, might not necessarily have the same firepower, but would offer a different style of play with a tank like that. One that could be used for more missions and whatnot, because right now the tank is so slow that the only thing it's really great for is really small areas of causing massive destruction. So the APC tank was brilliant in the Ballad of Gay Tony, which was an episodes from Liberty City DLC of GTA 4, and it would be very easy for Rockstar to re-implement into the game since they just did it so recently. So that would be an awesome request if Rockstar ended up doing that, adding the APC tank in the game. At the number 4 spot, helicopter flares. So Rockstar already kind of do that in the CEO crate missions. If you get one of the selling missions that requires you to use a Titan, what you can actually do is use, I don't know if it's like a flare or like a jammer that will prevent missiles from locking onto you. So they kind of already have that technology in the game. I'm just not sure why it's not as widespread as it is to the other vehicles in the game. I know that some helicopters like the Cargo Bob can survive a missile, but most of them like the Buzzard, the Savage, the Valkyrie, they're going to be destroyed via one rocket or one hit or anything like that. So I think flares would be pretty cool, even if it's just protecting from NPC rockets. I think it would be fun to see added in a military style DLC. So to give us a little bit more protection, those flares on the helicopters would be pretty cool. At the number 5 spot, the Rustler. So I'd love to see Rockstar move away from all modern military vehicles. The Rustler was like a World War II style biplane in San Andreas, and it was the coolest thing ever. I loved getting in this, kind of flying it around, doing some really cool stunts and whatnot. And what's also kind of ironic is even more recently, Rockstar have actually updated the Mallard, which is a stunt plane in the game. And the Rustler, well, I won't say is so similar to the stunt plane. I would imagine it might use similar properties. So is Rockstar prepping to add a plane very similar to the Mallard in the game game, I could only see something like the Rustler kind of fitting into that build. Once again, if you played San Andreas, you would totally know of this vehicle, and you would totally know why I want Rockstar to add it into the game, because it was so cool. It was just so awesome. If they militarize it as well, put some like machine guns on there too, that could be really, really awesome. So that would be amazing if the Rustler was added in the game. It'd also be a nice throwback to GTA San Andreas. At the number 6 spot, the ATV Humvee that can be found on the Warstock cash and carry advertisement. So I've touched on this in a couple videos, but there's 2 vehicles in particular that are featured on this website that aren't in the game. One of them is the Hunter, and another one is this ATV Humvee. It essentially combines a Patriot and a Barracks together, which I think looks awesome. So I don't know why Rockstar hasn't added this into the game yet. Maybe they are saving it for this military update. We even know the official name of this vehicle. It's called the Squatty, and that would be a really cool vehicle to have added into the game. I could see it being so useful for transporting cargo or transporting our friends or crew members on various missions, and it just looks overall amazing. And the fact that it's pretty much already in the game would mean it's so easy for Rockstar to add and to give us as a DLC item. So the Squatty or that ATV Humvee on the Warstock site would be absolutely really cool. At the number 7 spot, Pegasus vehicle customization. Now, I've touched on in previous videos, I don't think Rockstar will ever do full-blown Pegasus customization where you're like changing the types of missiles the Hydra has, or you're changing the sort of rotors it has, but I do think there is potential to add decals or liveries or change the color, which is incredibly simple, or add camo on the helicopter or the Hydra itself. I mean, there's so many different things you could do, and it's so easy. If Rockstar even just wanted to put like a default pack of liveries that could be applied to all the vehicles, I would still be happy with that. I just want to change them up a little bit, because right now there is no variation between the Pegasus vehicles unless you get lucky and the one you called in is a different color than your friends. So I think that would be cool. There's lots of locations in the game that would be perfect for upgrading Pegasus cars. Bunkers at Fort Zancudo, the hangars at Los Santos International Airport would be perfect. So the capability to do it is in the game. I'm just not sure why Rockstar hasn't done it yet. Hopefully they're saving it for the Gunrunning DLC. That would be really, really perfect. At the number 8 spot, I'd like to see an anti-air vehicle. So I don't necessarily want something that can just shoot everything out of the sky with complete ease, but right now the homing launcher is really, really bad at taking things out of the sky. It's really hard to fight someone off who is like really proficient with a Hydra in the city or out in the, in the suburbs or whatnot. They can pretty much gun you down doing whatever. So I think there needs to be some anti-air sort of vehicle, and I'm not sure how this would be. I don't know if it would be like a stationary thing, if it would be a mobile thing that could take out aircrafts, but there needs to be something, or even if it's like a defense system similar to what we have on the yacht that'll just scare them away, or something like that. I have no clue how Rockstar could introduce that, but at a minimum, I do think there needs to be some anti-air capabilities, likely with all the jets and helicopters that'll be added with this update. There needs to be some sort of balance so it's not totally lopsided. All right, at the number 9 spot, I want to see fun missions. So it's very clear that this update is going to be, if not an extension, it's going to be another branch of what we've got with Finance and Felony and Bikers and Import-Export, where we're going to have to do missions in some way, shape, or form. I want them to be fun. I thought that the Finance and Felony missions were a little mundane. Bikers got a little better, and Import-Export is a lot of fun, transporting the cars and whatnot. So I hope that we get to do some cool things like using cargo planes or whatnot. Actually, this is a pretty cool video we shot the other day. This is from my live stream. Thank you, Frost, for recording this video. We basically just put the new cars in the back of the cargo plane, and then we kind of dropped them off over the airport like they were being delivered. So I want to see stuff like that. I want to see the utilization of the cargo plane, maybe the aircraft carrier in online, lots of other cool locations that, maybe take us to interesting places, open up areas in Fort Zancudo that are closed off right now. I just don't want the missions to be go to point A, get this ammo, bring it back, sell it. I want there to be some really cool things that we do, and hopefully Rockstar takes advantage of all the things they already have in Grand Theft Auto Online to just make some ultra cool missions. All right, and finally, last but not least, at the number 10 spot, I'd like to see some cool military gear. So this doesn't have to necessarily be totally useful for gameplay or anything like that, but one thing I saw that would be awesome would be like a pair of binoculars binoculars. So instead of like having to spectate on someone, if you wanted to either watch other players destroy themselves without having to get too close or without having to go in passive mode, or if you wanted to like, snipe out a bunch of people that were, maybe doing something near an area that you wanted to hang out in, you could use the binoculars, track their movements, etc. I think dog tags would be super cool. I think a better set of night vision goggles would also be cool that you could like flip on and on with the flip of a switch, or maybe just made it a little bit easier to wear. That would actually be awesome. So cool military gear and accessories, maybe like backpacks or something like that, or ruck packs or something. I really don't know, but cool military gear to go along with the other vehicles and missions that we're going to be getting would be incredibly welcomed in an update like this. The small little things could end up making this update just as much as the big additions in the game, like the vehicles, weapons, etc. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today, and the top 10 things that I think are absolutely needed in the Grand Theft Auto Online Gunrunning military DLC. Like I said, there are so many different things you could touch on in this video, so I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are some things that you want to see added in the update that I didn't include on this list? Be sure to let me know down there. If you did go on to enjoy the video or are hyped for the Gunrunning DLC itself, be sure to drop a like rating on this video. That would be awesome, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.